I don't really like anymore because I only have so much time left. I don't want to do a job that I don't love anymore because I only have so much time left. So why not just be
Yes.
around the people that understand? I'm tired of justifying my life and justifying who I am or trying to explain who I am. That was for my 20s and my 30s. We're beyond the 40s at this point. It's time to be with people who see you for who you are, and why pretend like I can cope with things I don't really like when there's someone else out there. So I being direct has never been my problem.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for you. I mean, my gosh, you have a fiance, so I think the the stars were aligned with you, and that's really cool. I don't know, Cody.
Mhm.
Did you hardball with Joe on things that you know, certain things that you have to have on this thing, and certain things you will not
Oh.
tolerate?
I thought we were talking about something else. You said hardball, and I
I
was like,
know, right? It could
I try
sound
to
like something
hardball
else.
him. I try to hardball him as much as possible. But no, we're talking about actually. Yeah, no, I'm not the hardball one. Joe is the hardball
Okay. I wasn't gonna
one.
say anything, but
I mean, you don't need to. I put it all out there on Front Street, y'all. I do think that I have certain conditions of satisfaction because, like Lincoln was saying, as you grow older and you become more accustomed to being in a relationship and what is acceptable for you and what is unacceptable for you, you do kind of line out what you want out of a relationship, and the more you put that out there and you make that something that's you make it known that that's something important to you in your relationship, the better off your relationship will be in the long run. So I do think that I hardball on certain things, but other things I'm very easygoing about.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing about it. I mean, I think I change all the time every
Yeah.
year, but I do agree with hardballing if there's certain things in life that you really want. So, say, for example, you really want children, kids, right?
Yep.
Well, you need to put that out there, I think, earlier on because that's a biggie for so many people. I Somebody once recently told me, Steve, I think you would be a great dad. And I'm like, you know what? I agree.
I
Not in
agree.
my wheelhouse right now. And I don't think that's where I'm headed. But I do think I could be a good dad. But if somebody told me that they really wanted children, I would be like, well, you know what? We should probably like finish this lovely cocktail and part ways. And you know what? And maybe I'll be a great uncle, but not in my wheelhouse. And so I just think there's certain like tried and true things that are really important. But for other things, like I think it's slim pickings out there if you really want to date. When I'm going on a date, the last guy that I was dating didn't drink very much. Well, guess what? I like a cocktail. I'm drinking some wine right now. But you know
Ooh.
what? It wasn't a biggie for me. I just thought that's okay as long as he doesn't mind that I have a glass of wine or two per night, and I do like. Then I'm gonna like forego that. So I do think you got to be flexible because you're not gonna find everybody. You might find somebody that likes Taylor Swift and you like Madonna, but
Girl.
there's a Beyonce concert to be had, and there's Janet Jackson and Billy Porter, and oh my gosh, there's so much
Yeah.
going on out there that how are you ever going to be aligned with the stars? So
Well, the only thing I
Yeah, I
will
hear
say
you.
is that there were, sorry I interrupted you, but I'm going to do it
No, you're
no, not
fine.
at
Go
all.
ahead.
is that I might have been very hardball about certain things, but those things are now not as important. So they've kind of
Oh.
Oh,
shifted in my mind. Like I was like, oh yeah, I want to go, do these parties in Berlin, and I don't want to ever give up Bear Week in P Town, and I don't want to ever give up this and that. And in all honesty, the pandemic kind of shut down a lot of those things. So we were going to go to those
Mhm.
things together, and it couldn't happen because the pandemic stopped them. And now they don't seem quite as important anymore as they used to. So I do think certain things kind of shift as you mature in the relationship with the person that you found. So I'm all for hardballing and telling people what you want and only getting what you want. And there's a big difference between having kids and not having kids. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that glass of wine might not be as important to you after a while. And that person might say, oh, you know what? I'm not an alcoholic. Having a glass of wine is not a big deal. And you guys might enjoy doing that together in balance with one another. Is my take.
Yeah. And I think what one of the therapists said is maybe not hardballing, but softballing. And I kind of
Yeah.
like that. And yeah. Did you have one more comment, Cody?
Yeah.